Alarming news from overseas. North Korea is successfully carrying out its fifth and largest nuclear test. The country now claiming it can mount warheads on ballistic rockets. Here now is Peter Brookes of the Heritage Foundation, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense. So much to talk about here, but it is not a coincidence that President Obama just left the region and they did this, is it?
I don't think so. I mean, North Korea, there was also the G20 summit.
Right.
That was in China that preceded this. I understand the president may have been on a fuel stop in Japan on his way back from meetings in Southeast Asia. We have an election this year, so the North Korean leader may be looking beyond President Obama to new American leaders. South Korea has a presidential election next year, so there's a lot of reasons for doing this. It was also a holiday in North Korea. It was the 68th anniversary of the founding of North Korea. So there's a lot of reasons for doing this. The problem is, Melissa, they're getting better at it. This is twice this year, 5 times overall, 4 times since the Obama administration has come into office.
And what does it mean that they can mount those warheads on ballistic missiles?
Well, it means they could reach out and touch us in a very dangerous and unhappy way. We don't know that they can do this. They're claiming it. This has been the biggest seismic test so far, and they're planning on being able to not only hit regional targets, which would include our allies such as Japan and South Korea and American troops, but also Guam, Hawaii, the West Coast United States, and eventually the entire United States with a nuclear weapon.
And that's one of the things that we look at to try and see how powerful it was. There were a 5.0 magnitude earthquake registered on Friday. That was the largest of the 4 past quakes that were associated with what they are doing there. I mean, that's part of the evidence, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a deep dive on this, obviously. They're going to want to know whether this was uranium or plutonium, if there was any sort of effluent that came into the air that they can sense. They're going to want to look at the seismic data more closely, because North Korea not only has an atomic bomb, they're looking at a thermonuclear bomb. In their last test, they claimed they're able to do that, and that could be 1,000 times more powerful than an atomic bomb.
And another reason why we're worried about this is the friends that they keep, including Iran.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a belief, although we don't see a lot of it in public, that North Korea and Iran have a relationship. They've had a ballistic missile relationship for a long time. And there's worries that North Korea could do some testing or share some of their capabilities with the Iranians and others who may not be friendly to the United States.
It's like a commercial showing them what's for sale and what's available if they come over and get it. Absolutely, Peter. It's very scary stuff. Thank you.
Definitely sending
Thank
a
you,
message.
Melissa.
As if